Hello, good afternoon everybody. Dragons and juniors alike, okay, welcome to your Psi class of the day. Okay, we're working our Psi form today. We're going to again warm up, working the offense to defense switch, the in to out switch. Then we're going to work on our combination. We're going to again go into finer detail on the move we practiced and the new move we added last time, which was your X block. Okay, X block being a very tricky move. There's a lot of nuance to it, so there's a couple different ways I'm going to go over how to teach it. So if you didn't get it last time, it's okay. We're going to try it a couple different ways today and see if we can figure it out. And we have time to figure it out. So if we don't get it right now, it's okay as long as you're trying and doing your best. Okay, so again, thing we talked about last time, having it out, make sure you're paying attention. You're trying to get it to go the same way in, same way out. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, start, and you're also kind of warming up your wrists. A lot of this has a lot of wrist motion to it. So taking time to warm up those wrists is so important. Okay, so I'm starting it here. Fingers are wrapping around the suka. Your thumb is right in the middle of the moto here, because you're not grabbing it good like it's a baseball bat. You're grabbing it and you're holding it here. What that also does, that helps kind of flex your wrist a little bit, so it makes it easier to do your strikes. If you're holding it like this, good, it's very hard to actually do your strikes because your wrist doesn't bend that way. Your thumb doesn't bend that way. So instead you turn here and your thumb does work that way. Good, like you're sword fighting. So we're here, good, thumb to the outside. Get that knuckle of your thumb over the yoka, and then you turn it. And as you turn it, if you're getting better at it, as you turn it, that's when your fingers open up. Okay, and your fingers clamp around it. Your index finger, good, locking right down the middle of the suka, just like that. And then from here, you get it up by lifting up your elbow, bringing your hand, reaching it around, and grabbing, good, around it again, and then coming back to the middle. Okay, try your other side. We try to practice with our dominant side first to get kind of the process down, but then now it's very important from here going forward to spend more time on whichever side, whichever hand isn't doing as well. So if you have one that's naturally better than the other one, that's fine, but now let's spend a little bit more time working with your less dominant side, slowing it down. Thumb to the outside of the suka, turning it over, good, and again, pulling your elbow down, good. It also helps kind of pop it up a little bit, so I pop my hand up, so I can then pull it down. And then chase it to the outside of the yoka right here. Finger going right down the suka, almost like you're saying shh. That's kind of what it looks and resembles. Here, it's the hush symbol, like that. And then lift your arm up, grab there. From there, take it back in your dominant hand and try to do it without looking at it. I mean, close your eyes. I just mean try to put your eyes in a different location or put your hand out to the side and try to do it all from feel. It can kind of be in your peripheral vision, but I don't want you to stare at it. Good. I don't want you to have it just your eyes are looking somewhere else, you're looking right towards me, and your hand is still doing the motion. So you're trying to focus on doing it from a feel. Okay, you can feel if you're in defensive position, you can kind of feel your fingers wrapping around, good, and then switching. If you're going from offense to defense, you can feel your hands wrapping around the outside of the suka, good, just like that, 1 to 2. Good. Same thing other side. And then, of course, the upgrade from there is doing it with both at the same time. Good. And then the upgrade from there is doing them inverted. So I have one up and one offense, one defense, and then I switch at the same time. That's the challenge part. That's the windshield wiper. Good, because then you're having to cross and use both sides of your brain at the same time. It's kind of like the Psi equivalent of rubbing your belly and patting your head. Very good. Okay, we can also, from here, we can practice the combinations in your form. That main combo we do very consciously and confidently. Where you take it out. Remember, what is it? It's a punch. Very good. And then you fold it and you fan block. You turn it, good, to the outside. You pull it back in so you don't poke yourself with the suma. You strike it out towards me, flattening it. This is why it's important not to grab it with your thumb wrapped around. It's important now to have your thumb on the moto to make sure that when you're doing this, if I'm here, it's hard to get that to flatten. But if I can point it, good, and I flatten my thumb, you can put it in a straight line. And then lock the thumb, down block. Okay, other hand, punch, fan, strike flat with the ground, fold it, down block. That's another little thing you'll start to, the more you do this, the little nuance work you'll get is I go 1, notice how when I transition from 1 to 2, good, I just kind of let it drop. I don't drop it, I don't let go. My thumb stays wrapped. So from here, I keep my thumb wrapped and I just turn my hand to the inside like this. I turn my pinky up. When I do that, the Psi will then droop right for me to grab it. Good, so that's a nice little transition from there. 1, and then again, from here, I just pinch it in between the webbing of my thumb like this. So I pinch, and as I pinch, I turn my pinky up. I turn my hand inside, like that, and then that lets the side droop down. And then wrap my hands around the suka, and then I can flip to my fan. I pull back, I strike, and then to get it from here to the other way, I just lock as I kind of pull it up, as I turn my wrist upwards. Good. I then throw my thumb on the outside. Good. And so from there, then all it's going to do is keep going like that, and I can wrap. Those come with time and practice, good, but it's a good place to get to if you keep practicing. Okay, so now we're going to practice that standing up. Good. You may already be standing up. I'm going to practice it standing up. We're here. Very good. So it's punch, fan, strike, down block at an angle. Okay. Other hand, punch, fan. Notice that the fan comes across your body, and then I turn, strike, down block. Good. Potentially try both hands. Punch, fan, strike, down block. We don't do both hands at the same time in the form, but it's fun to practice. Other side, right side one more time. Punch, pull it across, fan, turn it, strike, load that thumb. Good. Pick your arm up. Down block. Other side, punch, fan, strike, down block. Very good. And of course, we aim with a double punch on that. So we're going to start through our form. Ready? Feet together. Bow. Okay, we start by folding them and going out and blocking the sides of our head here. And then you keep your thumb on the outside of on the outside. Good. Fold them back in. Make them point. Step out. Pull down. Ay-ya! Very good. You're going to pull the left hand. As you point the left hand, your right hand comes back to your body. Good. And then you step forward. This hand pulls back, and you step forward and punch. Good. Your right hand. Very good. And you're going to turn, slide to Fugel stance, open it, fan block. As you pull it back, it's important that that's the same time you're going to pivot your back foot. So you're starting to synchronize these movements. And then as I strike it out, that's the same time you slide your foot over into Chungle here. Okay? And then you down block. Let's try our left side now. Step forward, punch. So I flip, I turn, I pull my side across my body like I'm putting on a seatbelt. Good. And then as I slide my left leg over and back, I fan block across. It's a defensive movement. I'm moving backwards. And then as I turn it, then I pull it back in. That's the same, because that's kind of awkward for your body. It kind of hurts a little bit. So you turn your foot to square up. And then as I slide my foot over, I strike out here. Good. Lock, down. Step forward one more time. Punch. Good. Open it. As I fan, I turn, slide over, fan. As I pull back, I pivot the foot, step out, strike, down block. Punch left, punch right. Open them both up. Take your right foot, step back. It's a big motion, blocking your legs. So your belly button's going this way. It's going to the right. You're in a Kimai stance. Okay, your left foot's in the front, closest to me. Very good. And your hands are right down in front of your knees, just like that. Okay, let's practice that again. Then again, we're going to add this part. We're going to add our X block. It's kind of tricky. Hands are by your side. Good. Make sure when you go feet together, you're not going feet together like this. Okay, you're going feet together on a defensive move. Good. With it locked and closed. Bow. Okay. Lift the elbows up. Grab both. Nice job. Switch it. Put them out to the side. Yay. Very good. Step out. Fold the elbows. Pull them in. Ay-ya! Turn the left hand. Right hand turns and pulls in nice and tight. Step forward, punch with the right hand. Boom. Very good. So you're in Chungle. This is that moment. If you're having a hard time getting this part to happen, doing this transition, okay, make sure you're not putting your foot behind you. It stays in the front. You're sliding over. You're being defensive. So you're trying to hide your body and stay safe. Okay, but if this part's really tricky right now, then I want you to not do that part yet. Okay, I want you to do all the side movements, but just stay in a Chungle stance. Okay, so you would just stay here and do the punch, do the fan, do the strike, do the down blow. Let's get the pattern down first, and then we can come back when you feel more confident with the pattern, and then we can put in the stance transition. We can put in the slide to Fugel and the step out to Chungle. Now, if you feel comfortable, give it a try. You'll get better. Okay, so we did our punch. Very good. I pull across. I turn, slide the foot over as I fan, pull it back as I pivot, strike, down block. Step with your left foot, punch with your left hand, turn, pull, slide and fan. Good. And then from there, pull in as I pivot. 1, step out. 2, strike. Down block. Step forward last time. Punch, slide, fan. Pull back in, strike. Down block. Punch left, punch right. Open them both up. Good. Put them up, step back. Here. Okay. This part's kind of tricky. Good. But you're going to take and you're going to step. Good. Over. And then block towards the front. So you're going to take this, the foot that's closest to me, your left foot, you'll slide it over. It stays in the front, pivot, and that's when we do our X block, okay? So now we're going to break down this X block a little bit. Just take a minute and do it. We'll do it a couple different times today, okay? So your X looks like this. Good. Now as you can see, I have a side up and down and a side sideways, and they're interlocked. Good. They're locking together. Good. By me doing that, one pulling towards me, one pushing away from me, by locking them, good, it creates this very solid block that's really hard for things to get through. They lock themselves together, so if something's coming down, I can push it away. Because if I just go like this, then whatever hits is going to then force them back that way. So by locking it, it gives me a lot more leverage and power. Okay, so let's break it down together. Okay, I have the side in my left hand, and I'm just going to lay it down flat like this. The side that's in my right hand is going to set on top, just like that. Okay, the left hand is going to turn towards me until the yoke comes up. Very good. I put it underneath, and I'm just going to pull this one down and make that happen. Good. Yep, and then boom. So this one meets it. So it's here, and then push the left one over. Good. From there, I'm going to take this one that's flat. I'm going to push it underneath. Good, and then pull it towards me. Okay, that's what you want. They're cross on top. And let me do that again because I kind of stuttered my words a little bit. Left hand, right hand. Right hand's over the top. Drop, make it across them. Drop it. Very good. Now from here, I'm going to take the one in my left hand and just rotate it to where it's up and down. And then I take this one and move it underneath. Okay? I take the one that I rotated and just put it back where it was. So it should be locked right there. I take this one. Very good. I'm just going to run it underneath it. It's got to scoop it underneath. Once I get underneath it, I pull it back towards me until it clanks like that. Okay? Very good. I'll see if I can show you from a different angle. Good. Left hand, right hand. On top, very good. And then we pulled this one, put it down, very good. And from there, I've turned it under and then pulled it back. Good. So it's here. We can also do it. Good. There. Doesn't matter which way you do it, but as long as they're going opposite directions. Okay. Another kind of interesting way to do it. Take your left one, take your right one. Your left one's up and down like this, pointing right in front. Okay, your right one's here, and you're going to literally take it, and you're going to put it straight forward. Good. And then you're going to run it straight forward like this. Because what you're looking for is the monochi to be on the left side. That's your left side here. And then I run straight forward, getting this yoka, good, to get caught right next to this one. And from there, I'm going to pull the right hand and push the left hand. Good. And then widen them out. That's a trickier way to do it. For some, it'll be easier. Good. And everybody learns a different way. But that's the block we end up doing. Good, when we push forward. Okay, so we'll practice that again towards the end of class. Let's get back to doing the form. All right, so feet together. Bow. Very good. Push it up. Step out, pull down. Ay-yah! Very good. You're going to pull the left hand. I'm going to go a little faster this time. Your job is to keep up with me, but we're not going to go in a hurry. Good? We're just going to not take so many pauses in between the movements so you can see the rhythm of the form. Good? And punch. Fan. Strike. Down block. Step. Punch. Fan, strike, down block, step, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. Open them up, step back. Your left foot stays where it was. Your right foot stepped back and turned sideways. Good. Now this is the part where you're getting the leg that stayed where it was, that left leg. You're going to take it and you're going to slide it over, turn your belly button to the front. Okay, and this is when you do this block. Your X block, okay? Very good. Simple. All right, one more time. I say one more time. We're probably going to do it a couple more times. Good. And bow. Yeah. Very good. Pull. Step. 1 is punch. 2 is fan block. 3 is strike out. 4 is down block. Step with the left foot. Punch the left hand. 1, 2, fan block. 3, strike. 4, it's down block. 1, 2, 3, 4, punch, punch, left and right. Good. Open them up. Step back. Good. Notice how your body kind of works together. Your hands are over your head, and then as your hands come down, your feet bend more. So it's here. Very good. You're in a nice strong chemo stance. Eyes are still to the front. You're blocking your legs. If you can, fashion your X block. If you're having trouble with that part, then just put them together for right now. That's okay. Good. So we're here. Your front foot, it steps back, so it slides over. Now, again, it's not sliding behind you. Good. It's not sliding this way. It's just stepping straight over. So that when you turn, your left foot should be in the front now. Your right foot's in the back. Good. And you block over your head. Very good. Okay. Bring it together like that. Simple. Okay, let's take a moment. Let's go back and let's worry less about the part of the movement and more about on the combo. And getting your hand to move in the right spot. Good. So we punch, pull down, touch your belt, fan block. Make sure when you do this, your wrist is turned upwards. So it's here. It's not straight up. Good. It's a fan block out. It has an angle. It's, if you're a junior adult especially, good, or even dragons, we've done this block recently, it's this move. It's a knife hand block. But it's a knife hand block with a metal sai in my hand. So my hand actually kind of looks like that wrapped around the sai here. Good. So I'm just using the sai the same way I would do my block. So it has an angle on it. Okay. So it's here. It has an angle. It's not flat. It's not up and down. It's right kind of in the middle. Good. And then from there, as I pull it, and make sure you don't just pull it flat back. You have to bend your wrist, to fold your wrist to the inside. I have to fold my wrist, good, to turn it up and down. So I can pull it in and then strike it out. Make sure it's flat when you strike it out. Good. And then I lock my thumb as I roll it around and grab it. And if you guys can see that, good. It's coming back towards me. Now, when I do that, very, very important. When you're doing this, good, you don't bend your elbow. At least not yet. So I'm not going here. This side is not getting any closer to me. Good. It's lock, grab. And it just falls into your arm like that. One more time. Lock, fall. Good. Do not bend your elbow. Don't pull the side any closer to yourself. Good. Lock, pull. Then I bend my elbow. And then I go down. The down block. Okay. Other side. Punch. Let it droop. Again, I punch, and all I do is I keep my thumb and my index finger tight. Good. And as I turn my hand to the inside, I open up my fingers. That allows the side to droop, so I can then grab at my fingers again, get my thumb in the moto, and then I fan block it out, pull it back, strike it out, down block it. Okay? So we're working those little parts of your movement. Okay, getting confident, getting comfortable, doing it one hand at a time. All right, trying to make sure you keep your eyes. If you notice that you're stepping and you're going here, and when you punch and you go to fan block, if you're following it with your eyes to make sure you're doing it right, try the best you can to just slow it down and then do it from feel. So you're not actually, you can look at it from the peripheral, kind of in your vision, but your eyes are looking at something else. Your eyes are focused like towards me. Okay, so again, you're doing all of it from feel. Okay, one more time with your form. Bow. Good. Aya! Left hand. Then we're adding our key op, step and punch. Good. When you strike it out like this, you're going to key op. So I punch, I fan, strike, aya! Down block. Step forward, punch, fan, strike, aya! Down block, step, punch. Good. Fan, pull, pivot, step, strike, aya! Down block, double punch, key op, aya! Good. Grab it, step, lock it. That's kind of the next challenge, is do the X block without looking at it. But that will definitely come with a lot of time. Then you step and you block it. Good. Okay, that will take some time. So let's go back a little bit, take 2 minutes, and let's revisit the X block again. Some of you guys are getting it. Okay, if you're getting it, try to get it without looking at it. Good, if you got it, try to get it the other way. If you're used to putting your right hand on top and doing it that way, try it with your left hand on top. There's always a way to get better, because you can do this one multiple different ways. So if you get it one way, make sure you lock and load that, like make it really confident, but then don't think that you're just done now. I have that, I can move on. Try to do it in different directions, in different ways. Challenge your brain. That's what we're trying to do. Good, or even better, if you have it, good, if you have a sibling or a parent around, good, then see if you can teach them how to do this move. Because by talking them through how to do it, good, it really is going to challenge your brain and your focus, okay, to walk somebody through the motion. Because it's easier sometimes for our body to do it, but sometimes it's really hard to then talk it out and talk about what's going on, okay? If you're still learning it, stay with me. Good, again, I have my hands, my elbows are up, hands are flat. Good, and I have my left hand on the bottom, right hand on top, just by a little bit, okay? See from the side, just by a little bit. I'm kind of making this triangle like that. Good, and I'm going to, from here, good, take the right one and just set it on the left one. I make an X, I make them cross. Good. From here, I'm going to open up, I'm going to pull the left one up. Good. I'm going to turn it underneath and push the left one down. Just clamp it like that. Good, and then from there, I take the one that's on the right hand, and I'm just going to turn my hand and push it underneath and then pull it back to me. Okay, try to show it from this way, left on bottom, right on top. I have like an X with my sai. Good, I go here, I turn the left one up, I bang, I push my wrist, I push my elbow out to get it to turn, and then I clamp it back down. I just push my wrist back down. And then I take the one that's in my right hand and I'm going to fold it down, push it under, and then pull it back. So I have to get it caught like that. That's what you want. Again, this hand is pushing, this hand is pulling. This hand is pushing, this hand is pulling. Good. Here. Good. That can be another way to do it, which is kind of tricky, but just doing that part simultaneously. So I just go right on top of left. Good. And I have this one up and down. I have this one sideways. This one will pull. This one will push. Good. Right on top of left. Good. Put it underneath. Good. And then just pull it. You may be left with that. You may do that. If it keeps doing that, then what normally happens is this part right here is really easy, and this part kind of gets us lost. We either put it on top two, or we have a hard time getting it to lock and keep this one here. So spend a lot of time focusing on getting this one to stay there. Good. What also you can do is to do a smaller X block instead of, because it'll end up wanting to be way out at the ends like this, but sometimes it's hard to make that happen. So what you can do in the beginning is you can do it like this, and then just run this part up. Good, and then there's your clamp. There's my X block technically. I'm pushing and I'm pulling, right? But it's just a really small one. And then all you do is you widen it out, keeping your arms pushing and pulling. That's another easier way to do it. Here, left, right, good, on top. Once you're kind of going in the hole, in the rabbit hole, just like that, all the way down, but not to here. Good, I go down, good, until this part, good. The one it's the yoke that's away from me in my right hand. It goes underneath that mono chi like this, and I pull it. So I can feel it, pull and push. And then I just keep that twist of my hands, being careful to not get poked by that, and then I just widen it out, okay? So we're working on a couple different ways to do that today. We're going to do our form last time. We're going to end with that X block. But again, all we're trying to do at this point is just get familiar with what it's supposed to look like, what the steps are, so that eventually your brain will figure it out. Eventually your body will make that connection. Okay, a lot of times what's going to happen when we're trying to learn a new technique, especially the harder techniques that we're getting to, is your brain it'll figure it out. Okay, you'll understand the concept, you'll understand the steps needed to get there, but your body just hasn't done it enough times. Okay, and in some cases it hasn't failed enough times, okay, to understand how to do it right. Sometimes you have to do it wrong while still trying your best enough times for your body to for your brain to go, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. So it's okay for failing. You're still putting yourself one step closer to doing it correctly, as long as you're doing your best and you're getting a little bit better at it every time. And I'm sure you are, even if you don't think you are. Okay? So let's do the form last time as a team. Bow. Good. Present up. Step out. Ay-ya! Very good. Ready to be fast and strong. But still take our time. Pull the left hand. Step and punch the right hand. Right to the center of the chest. Open it up. Pivot the foot. Slide. Strike it out. Fan block. Pull it back in. Pivot the foot. Step out. Strike. Ay-ya! Down block. I'm talking too fast. I got to slow down. Step forward. Punch the left hand. Right to the center of the body. Fan. Slide. Very good. Pull it back in. Turn the foot. Step out and strike. Ay-ya! Flat with the ground. Down block. Step with your right foot again. Punch. Very good. Turn. Fan block. Pull it back in. Strike. Ay-ya! Open it and down block. Punch left. Punch right. Ay-ya! Open up the hands. Make your regular X block. Not cross it. Just cross them. Step back. Good. Block your legs. Okay, if you can't look at it right now, make that X block. Make your X block. Very good. Take your front foot, which is your left foot, slide it over to the left. Good. And then turn your hands up, put them over your head. Try to get that push and pull. Very good. And feet together. Bow. Okay, put this one up. If you want to, put this one away. There it goes, okay? So worked on your psi form today. Worked on adding, kind of reinforcing we practiced on Monday's class with getting the X block down. The more you do it, the easier it's going to get, okay? Try to, at some point between now and Monday, pick up your psi again, of course, with your parents' permission, and make sure you practice this a little bit, okay? Practice what we did today, because if you go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before we come back into a Monday, it's almost going to be like relearning it for the first time. You hit consistency right now is the most important step to getting better at all the movements we're doing. Good. It's good to try your best. It's good to do it as strong as you can. But if you only do that twice a week, it can be kind of difficult good, to get it where you guys want to go. So whether you guys are kind of doing, you can come back and watch this video again, or you can just do it in your own time in your brain because we've gone over it, and just make sure you're picking it up. Now again, the more you practice consistency and frequency, good, doing it at often and doing it at a similar time will help your brain start to make those connections faster. Okay, proud of you guys. Keep working. If the X block still isn't working and I need to teach you a different way, put that in the comments, parents, and I'll try to find a different way to do that, or work a tutorial or some way to kind of figure that out for you guys. Good. It is one of the harder moves of the form. That's why we're kind of taking some extra time on it. Very good. Thank you for your time. Be together. Bow. Dragons. That's it for you today. Very good job. I'm proud of you guys. Junior beginner belts. Your class starts in about 3 minutes. So get some water, go to the bathroom, come on back, and break. You are dismissed.